Hi, my name is Scott Lissa. I'm down here at the Nanaimo Estuary, and I'm going to give you the top 3 places to hang out at the Nanaimo River and stay cool this summer. I'm not originally from Nanaimo. I've been here for about 12 years, and I've explored a lot of it, but it reminds me a lot of where I originally come from in the East Kootenays. It's a little place called Invermere, and it's a resort town that has tons of tourists that come out from Calgary every year. While we're there, we have this place that we like to sneak out to. You could call it Twin Lakes or the Bottomless Lake. It's this really cool place that's a little bit dangerous, and we used to spend our summers to escape all the different tourists that came out. When I had that as a child, I always wanted to find a similar thing here in Nanaimo. And that's what the Nanaimo River is this amazing place that I can escape to, where there's little or no rules and a lot of fun to be had, as long as you're being careful. During the summer months in Nanaimo, we have a lot of tourists that come here to our island. We have a ton of events, lots of great camping spots, and all sorts of things to explore that are the absolute best during the summer. So us locals, we need to find a place to cool off because it gets a little bit crowded. One of these places that we like to go to is the Nanaimo River, and it is one of the most relaxing, pristine places you're going to visit when you come here in the summertime. Now, let's get into the list here. And of this list, there's 3 places. There is the Trestle, there's Yellow Gate, and there's Red Gate. Each of these have varying difficulties to access and different dangers associated with them. So listen to my instructions carefully because I'm going to give you detailed instructions on how to get there. So let's talk about the easiest to get to, the first one. It's called the Trestle. Now, the Trestle is found in Cassidy, and Cassidy is just south of Nanaimo, and when you get down there, you're going to pull off the Trans-Canada Highway into a large parking lot. And in this parking lot, you're going to find a lot of great things. There's what's called Country Kitchen, there's this great ice cream parlor, and there's also some public bathrooms, which are perfect for you to go and change into your bathing suit after you park. Now keep in mind, this parking lot can get quite full, but find yourself a good parking spot, pack up your bag, and it's time to start walking down to the river, which isn't going to take you more than 2 minutes. Once you're packed up and ready to go, head to the end of the parking lot near the restrooms and go through the Green Gate. This will lead you down a pathway which will take you past a few different industrial buildings that are pump houses. As you get down to the river, you're going to be presented with a long sandy shoal, and this is where a lot of parents like to hang out with their children. There's a calm little pool down there that's great to sit with floaties, watch your kids swim around, and splash and cool off during the hot summer months. Now, if you want to be a little bit more adventurous, go a little bit upriver, and what you're going to find is this rocky outcrop just below the bridge, where there is a suspended ape swing. And this is a fun little ape swing. It's great to hop on, take a swing out, land in the water, and swim around just underneath the bridge. Even though the Trestle is probably one of the calmest places to go to, a lot of children go there, and it's easiest to access, it doesn't mean that there's not some pretty perilous things to do along the cliffside underneath the bridge. There's people who walk out along the bridge underneath and jump off into the water. There's all sorts of crazy heights that people leap off of. So be aware, be careful, and be safe. The biggest problem that I have with the Trestle is the noise. Obviously the highway is right there, so you get tons of road noise of the vehicles passing overhead, and there's going to be a lot of vehicles because it is summer traffic. So be aware if you're looking for a relaxing place, this may not be ideal just based off the noise factor and the amount of kids you're going to see running around. Apart from that, the Nanaimo Trestle is absolutely beautiful and one of the first visits you should make on the Nanaimo River. Second one that we're going to talk about is called Yellow Gate. And Yellow Gate is a great spot, but it's probably one of the more dangerous places to access. It only takes about 10-12 minutes, but it's going to be an adventure to get down there. Now, as you get down there, you're going to be presented with some of the most beautiful carved rocks and lovely area to go and swim along a calm portion of the river as cliffs protrude up the side. To get to the Yellow Gate, what you're going to do is drive south from Nanaimo, just past Cassidy, and turn off on what's called Spurston Road from the Trans-Canada Highway. Now, as you turn off to your right, there's going to be a sharp corner that's single lane. Make sure you honk your horn as you're going through it to warn people on the other side. Scoot around the corner and follow up Spurston Road until you get to Riverbend Road. Take a right, follow that until you get to a little gravel road and you arrive at the power lines. Park underneath, get out of your vehicle, and get on some good shoes. As you walk towards the water, you're going to be presented with a few cool different areas to explore. Up the river, you're going to find all these cascading rocks that the water churns through and comes down to the calm area that's nice to swim in. There's multiple different plateaus to go and lay down, catch a tan, relax, and enjoy the water. Now, as I said, Yellow Gate is probably not my favorite spot for a few different reasons. Previously mentioned, a lot of partiers, it's perilous to get down to, but primarily I don't like that you have big power lines hanging over top your head. Now, it's not my place to go ahead and argue where people like to hang out, but me personally, Yellow Gate's not my favorite. Time to talk about my absolute favorite spot. It's called the Red Gate, and the Red Gate is probably the most popular area, though it does take a little bit of time to get to. It's about a 10-minute walk. There's a steep hill to get down to, but it's a great place to go and float, and if you're feeling adventurous, jump off some lower cliffs and just enjoy your day and stay cool along the Nanaimo River. Now, to get to the Red Gate, there's two different ways. You can go up Rapids Road, which takes you through the Cinnabar Valley, or Nanaimo Lakes Road, which is off the Trans-Canada and going to be our focus. So as you're heading south towards Cassidy or north towards Nanaimo, you're going to see big signs on the side of the road that say WildPlay Fun Park. This is where you're going to turn off on Nanaimo Lakes Road. Pull off the overpass, come down and around and under through the tunnel, and it's going to start leading you up to the Nanaimo Lakes. Now, on your left is going to be WildPlay Fun Park, and if you got a second, pull in. It's a really cool little place, and you don't even have to pay to check out the different things you can do. Now, if you do decide to pull into WildPlay, there's a lot of different fun things to do. They've got axe throwing, they've got this amazing treetop obstacle course, which I'm probably too old to do now, but a lot of people absolutely love it. There's also bungee jumping off this amazing bridge that you climb up into the middle of nowhere and look down upon the emerald waters of the Nanaimo River. And if you look a little bit further down, you'll see the Nanaimo Trestle, where we were swimming just a little bit earlier. So if you get a minute, pop into WildPlay, just even go and take a look around and go up on the bridge and take a little selfie. Pretty cool little spot to look like you're being dangerous without really doing anything or having to pay for anything. As you leave WildPlay or you drive past it, continue up Nanaimo Lakes Road. You're going to go past a gravel pit, continue driving, and eventually go underneath some power lines. At these power lines, this is actually the other way of getting to the Yellow Gate. And we're going to go past this because, as I said, that's not my favorite way to get down there. Continue driving. We're probably going to drive for about 10 minutes. It's not very far at all. And as you come along, you're eventually going to get to a lot of cars parked on the side of the road, and this is when you know you're going to be there. Get out of your vehicle, pack up your bag, get on your good shoes, and get ready for about a 10-12 minute walk. Now, you're going to pass underneath the Red Gate and follow a gravel road that leads you right past a gravel pit. Continue along that until you enter into the trees and leads you down the path that'll take you down to the river. You're going to walk a little bit downhill and eventually see a spray-painted rock and a T in the road. At the T in the road, you're going to take a left, and you're going to follow this path a little bit further underneath these great leafy trees that grow over top of your head. Follow this path for about another 3-4 minutes, and eventually you'll come to a right turn. Take this right turn, the little rocks almost give you direction, and then you're going to continue a little bit further through a little bit of a clearing. Eventually you're going to get to a very steep hill. And this hill is a doozy, so be aware. This is where the accessibility issue comes in. It's quite steep. Take your time. Even if you have good shoes, I've slipped, landed on my butt. Be aware. So as you're heading down the hill, you're going to see this interesting rock on your left. And I can't remember exactly what it says. It says something like freedom, love, and magic. And this is highlighting a different area of the Red Gate that you need to be aware of. If you're looking at Google Maps, you're going to see the name of this place, which is called Pink Rock. And the reason it's called Pink Rock is because there is a nudist beach down here as well. So as you come down the hill, if you take a right as soon as you get to the river, continue down that way and you're going to see a few signs warning you that clothing is optional. So be aware of that. That's the Pink Rock, not family friendly. Be aware. Now for us bashful sunseekers, as you head down the steep hill and exit the trees, you're going to be presented with paradise. Here you're going to find this large rock cut that has been carved from gravel and sand and water for centuries. There's this beautiful green water that snakes its way through these cliffs, and it's an amazing place to sit and relax and just find yourself among nature. Take your time and explore all the different areas. What you're going to find down towards the bottom is a great little pool with a rock protruding out of it that's great for children to take their time, leap off of, and be a little bit dangerous under their parents' supervision. Now along the north side of the river, you're going to find more cliffs to jump off of, and these are quite perilous, but not quite as dangerous as what you're going to find in some of the other areas of the river. And you're going to see different young guys showing their acrobat abilities, and girls. I've seen some pretty crazy stuff from the girls there too. So take your time, enjoy, jump in the water and be safe, but you're really going to have an experience like no other as you leap into this river and feel the cool fresh water bring you back to life. Thank you for taking the time to do this tour with me of the amazing Nanaimo River. This is a great place to stay cool during the summer months as long as you play safe. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below or reach out to us directly. We're always happy to talk about the amazing things you can do here and all the fun things to do on Vancouver Island. And if you have a second, give us a like or subscribe. There are so many different things that we like to do and show you here on this island, and you're going to see videos about how to explore and do these things week after week. Now, my name is Scott Lissa with Nanaimo Real Estate. I hope you're having a great day and you get to live the island life soon. Take care. Bye-bye.